Hi Taurus, it's Athena and welcome back to my channel. We're getting ready to do October for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're doing October 2020. Can you believe it? Right? All right. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of October 2020. The theme I have been instructed by Divine is all about love. Still, the most important emotion that we feel within and without is love. To give love, to show love, to be that love. I mean, seriously, if we can, especially if we can show the love to and compassion to others, give love to ourselves and others, even to the strangers that we see who are suffering. It's all about love. These times are very questionable times that we live in. Dream big, dreaming big, and doing what you love and loving your life. Right? Being appreciative of where you're at in your life is so important. Okay. I know it sounds like I've said it before, but home is where the heart is. Right? It's true. That's where we're all on the way home. We're all on the same journey going home. Right? Some of us just take a little longer. Some of us than others, but this is our internal guidance is we're all going to the same place. So why not send out the most love and be that love and show that love to yourself and to others, right? We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, right? Okay. Let's go. I could keep going. Unending. A significant ending, Taurus. A significant ending of who you used to be is happening here. Right? A transformation is going on with you. You are going through the dark night of the soul, and it's just at the end of it, right, where you're putting pieces together of your past, and now you're seeking, you're getting out of that and seeking refuge of, a new beginning happening right after this is complete. Okay? So don't rush this. I just heard you can't rush the transformation. You have to allow it, give it the time to, right, there you are. Look at that, right? An ending of something old to get something, the happiness back. It's like you're turning the light on, right? Where it was dark, you were in the void. The dark night of the soul, or the shadow work, is about the things that we don't see within ourselves that are illuminated, right, for us to see and to transmute into a better version of ourselves. Hence, there's the vision of a beautiful, happy family, childhood, reminiscing of times when, there was no worries, So this is how you're transitioning from your endings that had to happen. It was cyclical, and now you're moving into a whole new realm of great happiness, joy, even potentially purchasing a new home. You're changing it up. Not only are you changing, but your environment's changing. We're all pieced together, right? Body, mind, and soul. So if something in your world is changing, whatever that is, God grants you something new and shiny, right? Brand new, not shiny, you know what I mean, right? Why not? It could be a shiny new whatever. But the point is that whatever ended, it was written that ended. It was it's also the end of the old paradigm of the way you think and who you are, and now changing to the version, a more authentic version of self. Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Emotional contentment, right? Your divine feminine is very happy and you're on your way, right? Look, you're sitting there. You're sitting, having a whole new life, whole new love of life, and being emotionally very grounded and stable. Emotionally, and your external world is perfect. The Sag card with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio is saying, take your time on path. You're going on a path here. You got up, right? So here, something ended, right? You have been in your home, in your space, loving life, counting your blessings for sure, as you transition into a new self of more compassion, looking at love from a different perspective, looking at the way you love others and others, you show love and others show love to you. Making the heart of the matter the heart, emotion, mind, body, soul is completely revamped. Not that it wasn't good. Don't get me wrong. This is about becoming your best self. And in that process, the angels are helping you to do that, to get that sense of the ebb and flow, right, of the passion that we have and the emotions, right? The passion and the emotion of life, grabbing onto that within. It's like a whole new day for you, because in the past, Taurus, you've had this way of, the way that you're not like, unless you have water in your chart, if this is someone external to you, you're showing your love in a whole new way. Do you understand? You're bringing something brand new to the table. And it is about the weaving of your emotions and the way that you interact. What's your motivation? This could be about creativity, how you go about being creative, how you show, your will in life, right? It's all about the will. It's all about control. It's all about ambition and being courageous. So you're gathering your sense of mind, body, and spirit to be completely now revamped. This old self, where your old self was more about, which is true, I mean, we're not going to lie, Taurus love, and they know how to make money. Because your second house you rule the second house. Okay? It's all about the value you see in others, what you have to offer, what they have to offer you. This time, you're collaborating your energy of passion with emotion in the sense of how you're showing your love, versus the old way was about, well, let's see what money I can make. And this is a sense of people are watching. You are leading the path to showing others how to how to, let me articulate this the way I need to. It is about threading the love of life in with passion and emotion versus the love of life through just the creation of your worth. It's more about the worth now. Your worth is what you show to the world is about whom you love, how you love from your heart. Not that you didn't before. I'm trying to articulate this as much as I can. You're now more free to show your heart. Whereas before, it was like you weren't as open emotionally. Not unless you have water in your sign. Your emotional stability is where your passion emotions are merging. A passionate new beginning of yourself is stemming from showing your love for others, and passion is now different than it was. It was about, well, let me do this for my job, materialism to a point, okay? And people now see that you're able to juggle and balance what you love to do from your heart, and not strictly maybe from a physicality also. Understand that. So now what's changed for some and for others is it's not about the materialistic part of it as it is the physicality, which is I'm not going to fall in love just because who I'm looking at looks great. I'm not going to fall in love unless my heart says, this is what I want. And this is how passionate, my passion and my emotion are about heart center and not about materialism and or, sex. I'm just going to say it, right? Sometimes we look at the external beauty of another and we want that, but we're learning that the true value of the love that we want to share and give to others is now coming from your heart, and you're leading the way to show others that it's more important to follow your heart center. I mean, truly it is, right? Because before, it wasn't working. What you were going after was based upon the physicality of someone, or based upon their income. I'm just saying, if they're not adding up, if they're not financially viable, it was, or physically attractive, you weren't having it, right? Universe is saying it's now Judgment Day. We have the angels are saying you're going to be now, you are being asked to now see the value that you bring to others, and for others to see you in a different light is going to be all heart-based. Time has come where the old days of, just attracting someone who looks good and doesn't have intellect or any or doesn't value themselves is not who you want to represent any longer, right? You want to be all heart, and you want to show your heart to others. And that's what you're going to do. but it's not based on the same old dynamic. The narrative has changed. You have changed. You came out of this path where it was all about, you know, your giving to others, Taurus, has always been about, you know, the surface stuff. And I'm not throwing shade. I'm really not. I love all Taurians. There are actually many around me. But this is a valuable lesson. And this is how you've judged. And you've been judged by others in the past for going after the surface values of others. And that's a representation of you, right? You are who you hang out with. And now you're changing that up because you don't want that narrative. You don't want the same narrative. Universe is saying that's gone. That's ended. The new narrative is not judging people for how much money they make, how great they look, or things like surface, right? Now the judgment is you've probably judged yourself probably too harshly about that, actually. Bottom of the deck, right? Your higher self is calling you. You need to get some sleep, get some rest, and get out of your head about like people that the person that you're no longer. You're no longer this person. Your higher self is saying the old ways that you have dealt with others is gone now. Now we need to go deeper. We need to go into the more, into love. The version of love that you want to show is from heart. Is from your heart. Is showing love genuine. I'm not saying you haven't been in the past, because I think that everyone does at some point genuinely want that great looking person hanging on our arm. Wanting that guy or girl or what have you that has the financial means to, you know, take us away to Paris for a weekend. You know, now it's about substance. That's what it is. And substance only can come from the heart. Because that's your true nature. All these swords is where you've had to, you have to rethink what you value in yourself and how you show up in front of others as well. And that is going to be your theme in getting yourself back to a place where, you know, what do I look in when I look for a relationship? And who's by my side? Is if you have this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in your life, are they showing up? Because, you know, this works both ways. Do they judge you based upon how you look and how much money you make? Have you been judged? Or, like I said, it's vice versa. But what is happening is that you're all up in your head because that doesn't equate with what's in your heart. So we're going to take the Sacred Heart Oracle cards. We're going to keep these short and sweet. I mean, 20 minutes isn't short, right? But we want to just get the message out there. It doesn't require a lot. And that's where you're finding out too. It doesn't require a lot to show your love from your heart. It doesn't. The passion and the emotion that you now have gotten out of the old and transmuted into the new is going to be all based upon heart center relationships. And you're not going after anybody who's just about the surface stuff, right? Look, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I am not kidding. The temptations are what have dragged you down. And it's not going to apply to all Taurians. Not all Taurus people have been tempted by the seductress. But for whomever this is about, it is your reading. This is seduction, deceit, and a broken promise. So the question lies, who's seducing who, of course. The card is 6. So, of course, there's the balance that the angel is saying. Do you go for relationships in the past? Because this is gone. The relationships that you want and you've been going after are for the wrong reasons. You go after the people who are the seductress. And I'm talking masculine, feminine. We all seduce. We're only human. But the seduction comes with a price. So now we're changing that narrative. It's time to change the narrative so that you can get quality relationships in your life. If you're with someone right now who's tempting you, be mindful of that. That's why we do these readings. That's the only reason. It's for your highest good. I do spiritual readings for your highest good. Here's intervention and purpose. This is what you need. You need a spiritual intervention for yourself. Masculine and feminine. See that? Doesn't matter what you are. The card reads, divine interventions occurring. Know that you're being guided and happiness is your purpose. So that's what's happening. These angels are here for a reason. Ascended Master, archangels, everyone's helping you. Spirit guides, your ancestors, your higher self. Your belief systems and what you've been going by in your relationships have been all about the surface, the value of what someone looks like, the value of what someone has to offer financially, instead of what's most important, and that's let's get down to the heart of the matter. So from now on, the old paradigm of your thinking is, thank God, that's the word, alchemizing. Thank you. Before the reading stops. It's alchemizing the way your belief systems. That's all this is. You're changing it up because now you realize what's more important. You want true love. Do you not? And that's what you're going to get. Have a great month. If you need to reach out, text me, and I'm here for you. Sending love and light.